So look at this lovely, beautiful sunny day here in Puerto de la Cruz. A lot of you will recognise this area. This is the area of the Martiánez. Fantastic views out there across the Atlantic Ocean. And in the background, of course, the Lido complex, or the Lago de Martiánez. We're going to take a little stroll along the, I suppose you could say, promenade along the front here towards, eventually we're going to end up in the port, is the way that we're going today. So as we take a walk along, we're going to just point out some landmarks and just give you a little bit of information about some of the things that we look at, to be honest with you. This is a paved area walking through here, so there's no cars, no traffic. It's a pedestrian area. Just on the left-hand side there, you can see that's the Tenerife Playa Hotel, or the H10 as it's now referred to, H10 Tenerife Playa. Good location for anybody that wants to be really central and wants to be on the flat. Perfect location for that. We're just going to make our way over here and we're going to look down on the Lido complex, the Lago de Martiánez complex. Some lovely seating area here that catches the sun most of the day, so you can sit there and just watch the world go past as well. And this area does, like I say, overlook the Martiánez complex. And as you can see there, that's the large main swimming pool, often referred to as the Lago, the pool itself. The whole complex is generally referred to as Lido de Martiánez. Great place for you to spend the day with the family. There's 3 large pools that make up that part of it, and then towards the further end of the San Telmo pools, but it's all part of the same complex, covering some 100,000 square metres. So as we walk back down this way, we're going to walk past the gentlemen selling the hats and the t-shirts. They're out in abundance along this stretch of promenade. Plenty of bars and restaurants along here. You have an amazing choice. There's something for everybody. Looks like they're having a birthday party in this one at the moment. That's La Cazuela, and then the one next to it is La Taberna del Lago, which is located right opposite one of the entrances to the swimming pool complex. And this here is a monument that was constructed or designed by Cesar Manrique, a well-known designer and architect, well known throughout the Canary Islands in general. And as you walk along here, you can see that's one of the little huts, or one of the little places where you would pay to get your ticket to get into the complex. That's a useful Scan Me sign they have outside there that'll give you all the information about opening and closing times, what sort of bars and restaurants there are. Buy your little ticket there, and then as you can see as well, we're just going to show you the prices. These were correct as of June 2024. Us lucky residents do get a slight discount compared to the tourists. As we continue our walk down towards, in the background there you can see on the left hand side the Playa Hotel. We're going to go back over here and just take a look again into the Lido complex, which does stretch the whole way across along this area here that we're walking past. Another payment entrance there, so you can buy tickets there. That's another way to get into the complex. That mast construction there, that's in the centre of one of the pools. That's 25 metres high. Can't climb up it, it's just there for cosmetic purposes. The complex actually was inaugurated in 1971. Not the complex as a whole, there was further work that went on that extended the area and extended the number of pools. So making our way towards the Playa Martiánez Hotel, which is there on the left hand side, and the well-known Café de Paris is just in front of us. As I've mentioned, plenty of terraced area to sit there and enjoy the sun. And of course we have our wonderful street sellers with their combination of t-shirts, handbags, hats, all sorts of different things. And this is the Café de Paris, located underneath the Balimar Hotel. Very, very popular place to sit and people watch. And here we go, a hat cellar as well. So we continue our journey along this footpath. You can see the very tall Bel Air building there in the background, just to the right hand side. And take a look down now onto the San Telmo pools, which are also part of the Lido complex. Like I say, it stretches all the way along the front here. And kind of makes up for the fact that really there is a beach, as we saw at the Playa Martiánez, but it is quite a small beach, and this kind of gives us somewhere to swim and to lay down to enjoy the sun. And it's very, very popular, it gets very, very busy, especially in the summertime. Well-known hotel there, the Las Vegas. So all of these hotels along the front here are all very useful places to make note of the names, because they're great if you're needing somewhere on the flat, if you're not, if you have sort of disability issues and you need to be getting about on a mobility scooter, for example. These are great hotels to be recording the names of. So we've gone past the Tenerife Playa, we've walked past the Balimar, and this one just on the left that we're just passing by the McDonald's sign there, as you can see, that's the Las Vegas Hotel. Now this square here is where you would pick up the Loro Park train. So if you're thinking about buying tickets, as you know, we support local businesses, which is Eric and his team. They don't appear on this video, but they are located down by the Monopole Hotel, and we'll cover that area in another video, but you can buy Loro Park tickets from them. And this is where you would catch the little train from. The train runs daily, takes you directly to the Loro Park. You'll spot it easily, it's bright yellow, so it does make journeys to the Loro Park, and it brings you back again to the same place, and that is all included in your ticket price as well. We're lucky to see the dolphins here in the middle of this roundabout. Usually there's quite a lot of wagons and cars parked around that roundabout, delivery wagons. So now we're in the area, I suppose you could call them the grounds of the little church, the San Telmo Ermita. Very old building, I think around about 16 or 1700s when it was constructed. Commonly used nowadays by our German friends. I think it was about the late 1960s, it was made available to German residents and tourists for them to worship. And I think in general, the services there are all held in German language. I think it's by a German priest as well. Now we're going to walk down the Paseo San Telmo. Today we've got a beautiful day, so we're able to look over the edge here. Look how clear that sea is, isn't it wonderful, nice and clear. Very low tide today, so there's plenty of rocks, you can see all the rocks. Tide is out. That yellow flag there, flying on the beach, it's important that you pay attention to the flags, because they're there for a purpose. So if it's a yellow colour, it means it's safe to get in the sea. If it's a red colour, it means that the sea is dangerous, and you're best avoiding getting in. There's often undercurrents, so do pay attention to those flags. It's not a particularly busy afternoon coming along here this afternoon. I think that's due to the weather. Probably a lot of people at the beach or in the Lido enjoying the weather. I'm going to just take a walk over and have another look over the top here. You can see how far out the tide is, and you can see also the people swimming in the very, very clear water. A little bit breezy today, you can see people's shirts are sort of rustling. In the background there you've got the Lido complex. Beautiful clear blue water, nice and calm. So we'll carry on walking along here. In the background there you have the convent, we'll talk about that in a bit, and Windy Corner. And just on the left hand side here, this is the old San Telmo Hotel, which has been under reformation, now called the Silken Sarge Mar. Not open yet at the time of making this video, like I say, June 24. It's had a major refurbishment, looks absolutely fantastic, but not open yet. I'm sure it's fairly near completion, to be honest. So this is a slight incline coming up here. And you can see how everybody's sat there on like a bathing area really. And you can see how far out the sea is because there's plenty of rock pools there. Nice little bar down on the seafront serving refreshments, mainly drinks. I think they do a few picky bits as well. I'm going to make our way up here. This is the Rancho Grande Cafe restaurant. From my opinion, the service is absolutely abysmal in there, dreadful service, but I think what it lacks in service, it makes up for with the view, as you can see. So you can sit there and look over this view and have a drink. So that's the Rancho Grande, and that's the view that you can see if you're sat there having a drink. Like I said, a little snack bar there that's on the promenade down by the beach, by the sea area. So we're going to make our way up, like I say, another slight incline to get up here to Windy Corner, or Punto del Viento, obviously named because it can be a tad on the windy side there. But it's a great spot, it's really popular for people to sit and enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the view, and as we can see today, there's some buskers there, so there's often buskers here at this point, for you to enjoy the music. And that's kind of really an iconic view of Puerto de la Cruz, isn't it? Looking out over the sea and down towards San Telmo. Popular view. Just down that road there, by that brown building, if you go down there, that's where the excursion shop is that we recommend that you use. That's Eric's shop. If you go in there and mention puertodelacruz.info and you book an excursion with him, you will get a free gift, so remember that. But today we're going to go down Calle Santo Domingo, Saint Sunday Street, I suppose, for an English translation. This is the old convent building of San Pedro Gonzalez. We do have another video about this building on our website, puertodelacruz.info. So it was originally a convent, but it's now used by the town council. It houses some of their official offices. This here at the back, this white building, this is the back of the Monopole on the left-hand side here. That's the back of the Monopole Hotel. That's some of their rooms overlooking the cobbled streets here. This is part of Puerto de la Cruz that gives it such its charm, isn't it? These lovely, wonderful cobbled streets. And these here are government offices overlooking the Plaza Europa. Plaza Europa was inaugurated in 1992. And again, if you look on our website, we do have a video giving you some information about the Plaza Europa when it was inaugurated, and quite a lot of other facts and figures about it as well. And on the right hand side here, this is the Casa Miranda, originally home of the Miranda family, as the name would suggest. Beautiful old building in the Canary style with the wooden balconies. And again, we're still on the cobbled street, which, as I say, gives Puerto de la Cruz its particular charm, doesn't it? Looking back there towards Plaza de Europa, and now we're going to move and continue our journey along Calle Santo Domingo, and eventually we will end up in the port. So we'll continue along here. There's lots of shops and lots of shops mainly along here. If you can see the flags there, that's the courthouse as well. And here we are in at the Muelle, at the port. In the background there, you can see the old customs house, that building with the cross on the front of it, and the little beach area here at the port. No sand on this beach really; it's quite cobbly, quite pebbly. But very, very popular with the locals and with the youngsters that tend to sort of jump in off the quayside there. And the very famous, well-known bar that a lot of us will know the name of, the frigate there in the background. And of course the iconic statue of the fisherman, the lady fisherman statue,